Good morning, children. Welcome back to our online classes by Little Scholars Public School. Children, today we are going to start our civics chapter, Rural Local Government Bodies. From this chapter, we are going to learn about the Gram Panchayat, the Panchayat Samiti, and the Zilla Parishad. And from this video, we are going to learn about the Gram Panchayat. Children, local government bodies play on an important role in the regulation of social life. In our country, along with local bodies, the union government and the state government also participate in the work of regulation. Means the local government bodies also are there, and with that union government and state government bodies also are work in the work of regulation. The local government bodies are broadly classified as rural and urban. In this chapter, we will learn about the rural local government bodies. The Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad are the rural local government bodies that are collectively known as Panchayati Raj institutions. Means Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad are collectively known as Panchayati Raj institutions. That way, the Zilla Parishad is work on the district level, Anchalik Panchayat is work on block level, and Gaon Panchayats at the village level. Also, Gram Sabha or the word Sabha also work on Para or Mauza level. It is called the three-tier structure. The local government bodies, as I told you, is classified by the two ways, rural and urban. In the rural, Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad are collectively work as local government body, and in urban, Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council and Municipal Corporation are working together. The administration in our country is carried out at three levels. The administration for the entire country is carried out by the union government. Subjects such as defense, foreign affairs, currency, etc. are jurisdiction of the union government, are under control of union government. At the second level is the state government. The state government of Maharashtra makes law related to law and order, health, education, etc. The local government bodies work at the third level. Likewise, the local government bodies are working on the third level. The third level is local government body. In that also, rural and urban are classified with the Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad, and the urban Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council and Municipal Corporation. Now first of all, we are going to learn about the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat looks after the administration of the village. If the population of a village is less than 500, two or more such villages come under one Gram Panchayat. Means if the population is less than 500 in the village, that way two or more such villages come under one Gram Panchayat group, that is called the group Gram Panchayat. Means the population is needed for one Gram Panchayat is more than 500. The Gram Panchayat carries out the functions relating to water supply, electricity, registration of birth and death and marriages also. These all the things have to be recorded in Gram Panchayat, like the water supply, how much water supply does the Gram Panchayat provides to the village, and the electricity also, the power generation also, and the registration of birth. Means if in any family any child born, that way the registration of the birth also have to be in the Gram Panchayat. Also like this, the death also and the marriages also. So all these records have to be kept in the Gram Panchayat. The office bearers we are going to see now. Office bearers and the officers of the Gram Panchayat. First of all, children, I must tell you that now only the Gram Panchayat's election held. So Sarpanch is going to be elected through this Gram Panchayat, and the first person of the Gram Panchayat is the Sarpanch. The elections to Gram Panchayat are held every 5 years, like the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The elections of the Gram Panchayat also are held after every 5 years. The elected members elect a Sarpanch and deputy Sarpanch among themselves. The meetings of Gram Panchayat are held under the chairmanship of Sarpanch. Means Sarpanch is the head of every meeting of Gram Panchayat. It is his responsibility to implement the development schemes of the village. Whatever development schemes are there provided by the state government or the union government have to be implemented by the Sarpanch in the villages. The members of Gram Panchayat can bring a motion of no confidence against a Sarpanch. Means whoever the panches are there or the other office bearers are there, they also can be pass or bring a motion of no confidence against a Sarpanch if the Sarpanch is not carrying out his responsibilities properly, then only. In the absence of Sarpanch, the deputy Sarpanch looks after the work of Gram Panchayat. Means if the Sarpanch is not there in the village for any kind of work, that way the deputy Sarpanch will looks after the work. Now we are going to learn about the Gram Sevak. He is the secretary of the Gram Panchayat. He is appointed by the chief executive officer of the Zilla Parishad. Gram Sevak is the secretary of Gram Panchayat. His main function is to look after the day-to-day functioning of the Gram Panchayat, to explain its development schemes to the residents of the village, etc. Now we are going to see about the Gram Sabha. The assembly of all voters of the village or rural area is the Gram Sabha. It is the most important organization of the people at local level. That way all the members of the village aged 18 and above can take part in Gram Sabha meetings. It is their own way or on their own thinking. The meetings, it is binding to hold at least 6 meetings of the Gram Sabha in each financial year. The responsibilities of calling the meetings of the Gram Sabha is with the Sarpanch. Means it is the Sarpanch's responsibility to call out the meetings. At least 6 meetings have to be held in the Gram Sabha in the headed by the Sarpanch. In the first meeting of each financial year, the Gram Sabha discusses the annual report and accounts submitted by the Gram Panchayat. Whatever the funds or the whatever needed money for doing the work for the villages has to be submitted in the Gram Panchayat, and it should be the annual report and the account should be submitted in the first meeting of the Gram Panchayat. That way whatever work have to be done in the villages, that works, all the accounts also should be submitted through the Sarpanch. The suggestions of the Gram Sabha are conveyed to the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Sabha gives sanction to the development schemes proposed by the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Sabha has the authority to decide upon which individuals deserve the benefits of the government schemes. Now we are going to learn about the women's participation in the Gram Sabha. A meeting of the women of a village is held before the meeting of the Gram Sabha. Women also have their own rights to take the meeting, the special kind of meetings before the Gram Sabha or the meeting of the Gram Sabha. Here women feel free to discuss a variety of issues during the Gram Sabha. They speak with the greater concern about issues such as drinking water, prohibition, employment, fuel, health, etc. Means each and every part of their life, whatever the needed things are there, they can talk about it with the Sarpanch or the respective person of the Gram Sabha. Like this, they can take the meetings, drinking water, prohibition, employment and fuel, and also they can discuss about the health also. They also suggest measures for bringing about the necessary changes. Now we are going to learn about the source of revenue of the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat carries out many schemes and programs for the welfare of the village. Whatever work should be in the helpful of the village, those kinds of schemes have to be implemented by the Sarpanch through the Gram Panchayat. That way the Gram Panchayat carries out these different kinds of work like the irrigation and electrification, vocational education, rural housing especially for poor or needy people, and the development cottage or the small scale industries also can be implemented in the villages through the Gram Panchayat. That way the different kinds of work or the source of revenue of the Gram Panchayat, we can say that the Gram Panchayat raises these funds, whatever the money required for doing the work should be collected through these kinds of taxes, like the house tax. The sources of the Gram Panchayat for the revenue: house tax, water tax, tax on weekly market, pilgrimage tax also, and whatever the grants from the Zilla Parishad and the state government implemented for the new ideas, those also should be collected through the Gram Panchayat, and this is the source of revenue. Means the income of Gram Panchayat will collect like this. Children, here is some villagers are speaking about the Gram Panchayat that you can read in the textbook. Besides these functions of Gram Panchayat, we can see like the taking care of health and sanitation of the village, providing pure water for drinking, providing drainage and street lights, road constructions, housing, establishing khadi and village industries, providing elementary education, maintenance of such records relating to cattle consumes, population, crop and census of unemployed person. That also should be go under the guidance of Sarpanch. I hope all of you understand this video, children. Thank you very much for watching it.